Back, everybody, to session 70 of Shard Hunters. It's been a while since we've been on our journey with all the things going on the last couple weeks. But we're here again to bring you another fantastic adventure. Now we're going to pass it over to Hitala for our recap.
All right. So last week as we started, we had just fought a demon and a stone golem, and as we defeated them, we heard a slow clapping, and we weren't able to move. It was a very intense feeling. Hatala actually felt like she was 1,000 pounds, and breathing was almost impossible. And her battle with her shadow was very very intense. There was someone who entered, and they were upset that we had destroyed their golem, and they exclaimed they were that there were heroes back in the area, and mentioned keeping us alive just for entertainment. They had this very particular armor on that Hitala recognized as something from the organization, the Hell Knights. We defeated him, but he began to regenerate and he morphed, and he looked a little different, had a long cloak, and had some we anyway, we fought again and we won. And then all the spells were blasted away. We got pushed back. The wizard was, which is what we were fighting. Again, it came back. It was now in an ordinary form, and we heard grinding sounds from machinery in the other room. We won again. He exploded outward, and just his feet were left. The runes in the room were no longer active, and our shadows had been burned into the wall. It looked like none of us even had a shadow at this time, and Hitala even felt that the weight had been completely lifted from her battle with her shadow. Also, Hitala's necklace, which was protecting her from the Qualith, was destroyed. She also was not being spoken to by any life form within her. So maybe it was destroyed with this act that occurred. The We tried to burn away the feet that were there, but it kind of heals up. Then we decided to get to the room where the machine was. Um, we broke the door was broken open, and there was a book that tried to come to us. And Eve opened it, and it unfolded and unfolded and unfolded until it seemed to be the bad guy that we had just fought. When we began to try to take apart, then we began to try, sorry, then we began to try and take apart the machine and free the king from it. A fire skeleton walked in, and that's who we had been fighting. So Winky begins to break up the skull, and another one begins to grow. And so basically, we were breaking this fiery creature that was continually regenerating while trying to break down the machine and trying to figure out what this book guy was. And when we did, we found out that eventually the book guy was the advisor to the king, a good guy, and he helped us with taking apart the machine. And when the machine finally was taken of its power source, the fiery skeleton order finally quit healing. Uh, let's see. We brought the ice stones to the worm that was outside, and it headed north, as well as the elves who had been journeying with us. They also just dipped with it at that time. The machine begins to break down, it falls apart, and the original king begins to solidify, and the advisor begins to age quickly. We speak to them a while about his past. He was a ruler of Bastul. They were of the Earth Kingdom, and they were fully against the Fire Titan. Akar begins to feel off, almost like he is flat. Everyone who had effects happen to them seemed to be feeling those effects. when core goes by where the shadows were burned into the wall, they are now gone. We also still do not have shadows at all. As a note, core's lion shield needs to be repaired. That's where we are.
All right. Y'all are in the chamber where the machine was, and the old man now is looking at you. He seems a little confused as to what's going on. He's obviously been confused for a while. But then he notices Core standing there, and he stumbles and tries to hide behind one of you.
You can obviously
Was it-
tell that core is affiliated with the fire type.
Yeah, that was my thought, my first thought as well.
The old man, did you do all this? Did you come here to destroy us for killing your master?
We came to stop the plague that is upon this area. The no one can die. No one can leave.
Wait, no one can die? That's what the machine did?
I don't think it was meant to.
It's
But-
not supposed to.
That's what's been happening for however long it's been since you've turned it on. And we're on a quest to save the world from
Maybe
these,
this plane of existence.
One blight at a time.
the from what is called the Queleth. And there is actually outside right now a group of cultists that work for them and with them, and yeah.
No, when you say outside, they're within Orm. They're not outside the castle.
Well, yes, they're at the. I believe they're at one of the towers.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
this-
they were. That does remind me. We did take that stone out, so they can't activate the portal, right?
No, the portal's locked was locked by the wizard. The evil person you were fighting had locked the portals, so y'all could not get to them. But they're currently blocked because remember something physically blocked the portal.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to have them show up on us all of a sudden. Okay.
And Patala, your hand, the one that you healed up, is starting to feel numb. Remember you caught it in a trap?
Yeah.
Did you say anything about that?
I probably. Eve, you remember my hand coming off and coming back on or whatever? Can you take a look at this? If there's anything you can do. We did attach
I'm gonna
back.
take a. Yeah, I'm gonna take a glance over. Sorry. I'm gonna glance over at Peyton's thumb. Or Nidap's thumb.
Remember, he was not affected by the machine. Eve had to heal him herself.
Oh, okay.
Akar had the worst damage because he was actually killed and the machine healed him.
Yeah.
That's why he's starting to feel a little flatter. And if you look at Akar, you notice he looks extremely bruised right now.
It was nice knowing you.
Okay. Bye.
All right, now Eve, you're going to look at Hatala's hand.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a medical check, just for a check. Okay. With your medicine skill, you can tell that it seems like there is some damage to the hand. It will recover fully with time, but it looks like only some of the healing was undone.
Okay. Let's try to kind of.
It's basically like a serious sprang right now.
Okay. You'll it'll be alright after a while. Just Riley won't be able to use it for a little bit. That's
Can't
my
use it at all?
recommendation. Well, my recommendation is to let it rest, and I am the doctor, so. But I understand that that's a valuable part of you. So.
Is this my is this my dagger hand or my rapier hand?
Let's see. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. Your left hand. 4, 5, 6. Your right hand.
Hi.
1, 2, 3. Left hand.
All right, so dagger hand.
And all of you at this point are starting to feel a little bit more rugged and a little bit more tender from all the injuries you've had and healed up over time in here. You feel a little bit of the aches from them. Mostly it's affecting Core and Wingy because y'all get into the most fights, but. And so the old man, it looks like he's aging slowly. You guess he only has about an hour or two left before he dies of old age.
Tell me everything you know about the ancients.
Let Eve talk to him. The last time Core talked to somebody like this,
Oh,
they
that's
died.
right.
Yeah, you just yelled at him.
Sorry, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go look at some books. I'll step away.
So what do you want in ancient? Okay, got it. Hey, sir. What's up? So you
And
know. Do you know anything about what all do you know about the ancients? That would be helpful.
He reaches out and touches your ear tips.
Oh. Okay, there's this thing called personal space.
You don't look like an elf.
Half.
He was answering your question.
Half? But you're not blood red.
That's right. What happened? So you don't know that they're gone.
We have never seen red
the elves are gone. That's why
I'll chime in from the back of the room and say it's been about 2,000 years. FYI.
Yeah. So what do you know about the elves?
They all were dead.
Okay, all dead.
They were mostly evil, so they needed to go, but.
Well, I'm not evil, by the way, just so you know.
Well, you don't look anything like them. Usually they dress with bones and stuff on them. The bones of their enemies. There's a reason there was a war with them.
War. Do we know about the war?
We know that it was part of how, because the elves defeated Titan, and then that's how they learned that they could defeat Titans, and then there was
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
We actually spoke with one of these elves because they were trapped within an urn or something. I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm. They're close enough to the elves you know of, but basically they're just another elf from another land.
Yeah, so would you say that, just as our understanding of it, that these elves are not the elves we know, like it's not like they were bred from these.
No, these elves were here different from the other elves that came later. They're more like drow than regular elf. Because you know how there's aquatic elves, snow elves, drow, and regular elves, and then there's also these blood elves. It's just on this world they don't exist anymore because they died out.
So the reason that we came here because of what we were hearing about, but also we thought we would get answers. We're trying to find places of power, places of ancient power that have a connection to the ancients that may have maybe dark tablets or something of that nature that could give a being a power.
Ancient? Am I an ancient? in by your definition? Because that term doesn't mean nothing to me.
We call the are the ancients, Charles?
The Earth Kingdom is the ancients.
Okay,
It's like
they would
500 years or so. So, yeah.
as we have been learning things. We can't hear you, Will. It's
You're a
breaking up.
robot.
Oh man.
Try it again. Did you give up, or are you trying again?
Can you hear me?
That's better.
Yeah, better.
You hear me now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Cool. No, I was saying I think there's like a 500-year gap between the ancients and the citizens of Orm, so they're like ancient light. So
Technically,
just
they
feeling that.
overlap.
I think that's
The modern understanding is slightly wrong about it.
Yeah, because we.
okay.
Because remember, Bastul was set up by the ancients, and Bastul existed already when Orm was founded.
Okay.
But not long after, Orm went offline, basically, because of this event with the machine. People knew of it, but it became a secret place. And they were the last ones. All the other ancients disappeared by the time that happened.
Okay. Just so you guys know, I think I'm going in and out of.
No problem.
No kidding. We do what we can to explain what we do know and what we're understanding of what the ancients are, so that he can.
Okay. He's like, oh, okay. I think I understand. The people, my original kingdom, are what you deem ancients, and this is the kingdom of Orm, named after Ormandus. Okay.
Yes, that sounds right.
I got that. Now you spoke of tablets. Are you referring to I don't know of any tablets. The only thing I know of is there are some dark stones that we were made sure to stay away from.
That could be
with Death Titan.
Yes, those would be what we are trying to purify and get rid of in the world. Another curiosity that we have that we're trying to figure out. There were, it seems, giant monoliths. The ones we have found have been usually underground and have some kind of power over the area.
The crystal spires?
Yes.
Okay. And there's one at Bastul, right?
I don't remember if there's one there. I know there's one
the black
somewhere.
one is there.
That's the first one we came across.
Because it's in the Lich's chamber, which is in Bastul.
Yeah, that was the one that we found.
No, that's the giant. Tree. That's the tree.
No,
yeah, I know there's one at the tree.
Yeah,
for sure.
Aluindale.
Yeah, Aluindale has the black spire. Sorry, I was confused about where that was located for a second.
There's the one where we were, where the underground city was, where Mo got his raptor. I believe there was one there because the dude was studying it. The one that's the head that got taken from us.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, the tower that had collapsed. There was one underneath the tower.
That had collapsed was underground.
Was that Rivia?
That was near here. That was on our way here that we came across it.
Yeah, it was on the other side of the river.
Like
a little bit more south.
Was it like the Tower of Rivia or something like that?
I mean, if you're getting into Witcher.
No, I'm trying to go off memory of that list we made when we looked at the library.
I'm rolling through right now, seeing what I can find on it, but that's what I'm talking about. I feel like those are the two that we know of. I don't remember finding one under Bastul.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't under Bastul, so I was incorrect about that. He goes, yeah, I don't know much about tablets. I do know those dark stones. We did send a few to Bastul for study. Uh, Made sure that they were kept in the most remote area there.
Well, we've dealt. I believe we probably dealt with those, and those are probably some of the ones that we're having a problem with as well. But
You
I
have the
believe,
key and passphrase to everything.
yeah,
Because the tablets, the tablets that have the spell markings on them are from a little over 1,000 years ago. About 1,000 years after this guy disappeared.
in Bastul there is a door that we cannot get past. We are told that there would be that we would have to use a key, and the key is probably connected by blood to the family there. Would you know of a way that we may be able to open that door?
Blood to the family there. We did have doors that were keyed to all staff members.
I mean, that probably could have been it, but as long ago
It's
as
one
it
of our
was.
security standards to make sure that no one who's not one on staff could get down into the vaults.
Do you know what was down there? Is there?
I believe that's where the last fire Archon was held. Primus.
Did we find that?
No.
Is that who we found? Okay, where did we found that person?
So, can we have some of your blood? I mean, I'm assuming you're
That
in
wouldn't open the door. You'd have to have someone of the blood open the door.
Oh,
What if
but
we had
didn't we
a
try
princess?
the princess? Okay, if that would have worked, then Mr. Lakewood would have worked, and Mr. Lakewood didn't work. That's a different bloodline.
That's
This
true.
advisor is from Bastul.
This is true.
He is not.
but-
He is not a.
You would have to find a descendant of one of the original staff at Bastul.
I came in knowing.
You give us a list of everyone who worked there.
All records would be kept in Bastul.
Okay. I'd like to shift the discussion a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit more on what the Primarks and the champions are and what the difference is between them?
Champions? Oh, okay. I assume you mean the ones that are the living conduits versus the ones that have been blessed.
Yeah.
The Primarks, they are living conduits as if they were a piece of the Titan themselves. They have basically all of the Titan's abilities, just in lesser quantity. And the, I guess you call champion, would be someone who's been given a boon or gift and has a conduit to the Titan.
Is that what you would call me, or how would you describe my recent development? I would kind of show him.
Is you're not made of fire, I'm assuming you're not a Primark.
Well, what's interesting is the Fire Titan is destroyed right now. What kind of impact would that have on him?
All Titans were killed.
Well, yes, but they weren't killed while
Except for the
you were.
Earth. He went to sleep.
But they were.
Didn't,
Was the Fire Titan destroyed while you were still active?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why we started Bastul to study them.
I thought the Life Titan just kind of left.
I don't think he knows about the Life Titan.
I'm not sure. I believe, according to Ormand, he was dead.
Oh, okay.
Ormandus is one of his children.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
And he was never in any form of combat that we know of. He just supposedly gave up the will to live and died. Or maybe he went away. I'm not certain if that's even possible that he could give up the will and die. But there are no gems of him lying around. I do say him loosely. They're not. They're neither. They predate biology.
Okay, next question. I need you to tell me, and this is to include blueprints and how to operate airships. No, I'm just joking. Um,
The
I know- is there
uh,
anything we can do to you to help extend your life some? It seems like you're aging rapidly, and is there anything we can do for you?
If it's been 1,000 years and the machine was as broken as you say it was, I do not think there's anything that can be done. Without its power source, everyone should be affected the same.
Okay. Can you let us into the treasury room before you die?
What treasury room?
we're just
Um,
assuming there is
so
one.
you have
Do you have any?
a giant castle.
Do you have or know of anything that can help us in our quest? Here.
The, I've never heard mention of the beings you talk of, but
Well,
I do know the Titans, or as you call the Titans, they are very well known to me. At least the ones that we killed, and a lot of them died. Especially the half breeds. A lot of the half breeds were killed off completely. I believe the Fire Titan was chopped into three pieces. One piece before it died, and one piece during the fight. One of
you
its
have a
hands
way to
was lost before the fight.
do you know of a way to bring all those back together? And do you know the location, or do you have an old map that we might be able to look at to where those are located, those pieces?
Why did you choose the Fire Titan to be killed?
It was destructive. All of them were destructive. Even the Earth Titan said that he shouldn't live.
We have
All the
been
Titans did was destroy the world around them in their petty squabbles.
helped by the Fire Titan in our quest to destroy these Quelith stones that are trying to take over. And I was just curious if you had a reason or some understanding that we didn't to know why they to
Well,
have killed it.
it's mostly based on our religion. We worship the Earth Titan, and he said so.
Okay, I'm sorry, Core. What was it that you had asked? Where it was?
Airship. Oh yeah.
Oh,
No, it was, no, he said it was in three parts. So my intent is to try to figure out maybe with if he could draw us a rough map of where those pieces are, and then we can cross-reference the land that he knew with what we know of, and see if one's the Fire Scar, maybe one is Zan, and then I'm guessing there's a third place.
well, we
I do not know where any of the pieces went. I do know the main body died on its battlefield and erupted into flames.
that's
The whole
probably
area has been
Fire
just
Scar.
coated with fire.
And you
That's the
said
Fire
one was
Scar.
a hand, right?
Yes.
Yes. A
What
hand
was the
popped
last?
up as it was fleeing a previous battle.
Okay. Do you know the last part? What that piece was?
I believe it may have been an eye.
Okay. Interesting. How big would the eye be? Would it
I
and
believe
just so you
when it
guys know,
was being packed up and hauled off, it was probably about a little bit bigger than a horse.
okay. And just thinking the big piece of fire stone that we have in the under Alawandale, underneath the Lich's thing, underneath the city, and then into the old ruins. In the back room, there was a giant fire crystal back there that we used to turn metal into fire metal. That was not big enough.
No, that was only
No,
about 5 pounds.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I would say it sounds to me like it's possible that pieces of the body and maybe not. I would doubt the eye. Pieces of the body is what's been scattered around.
Each drop of blood turned into a crystal when we slew them.
Oh, that's right too. The crystals
Were
that
you
create.
around when the Death Titan was killed?
Um,
Death
last,
Kite was banished, wasn't it?
the last thing I remember, they had killed it 3 times before, and they decided they couldn't do that again. So instead, they figured a way that they were going to lock it away somewhere else.
Do you know if it was if the Death Titan was tainted in any way?
I had never seen that. I mean, it could never die because its domain is death. So every time you killed it, it simply
Right.
just goes back up again. It usually just would pretend to be dead and then get up and keep going.
Yeah.
But I believe, I don't remember which artificer was working on it, but he was working on a portal that would drop the Death Titan somewhere where it could no longer get back here and be tied to the magic that keeps it alive.
Okay.
Because apparently this planet itself keeps them alive.
I would imagine they would be tied into the very fabric of the creation here.
Basically, only by separating them asunder could we keep them down.
Mm.
Which is why you separated the fire type.
Correct. And we couldn't get to the body to separate it any further, so we had to leave it where it stood. Or I guess laid. We did use all of our magics to try to put a barrier around it so that it wouldn't be a problem, and no one would be able to get in either.
Would those magic have created some type of fire? Would they have been?
No, the fire was created before we created the magic because we didn't want the fire to spread. We were afraid it might consume the whole world with its anger.
We have found that the area that he likely died, where this body was, somehow is connected to a demonic realm. Is that something?
Wouldn't be surprising. The amount of magic that pours out of these titans. I mean, they are living magic.
So this would be tied directly to the fire titan and not something else.
It may be accidental simply because demonic realms are realms of fire, and it's probably even tied to the elemental plane of fire at that. I'm guessing anywhere there's a large enough amount of fire might actually have weaknesses that go to the elemental plane, but I'm not a planner scientist either.
Well, you definitely were a good person to pick as an advisor. You seem to know a lot, and you've been very helpful to us here.
And he is starting to get a little bit older still, and now he looks a little more feeble, but he looks calm. He doesn't look as worried as he used to.
Are you ready to pass on?
He's like, looks like I don't have much choice.
Just wanted to do what I can. Is there anything that we could do for you as you pass on? Or... What was that?
Do you have any wine? I haven't had a drink in a very long time.
But I'll pull out from my bag of holding the cask that I had been saving.
As a matter of fact, Core over here definitely does.
And,
He takes the toast from the wine and then falls asleep, and then he's gone.
Now that my bag of holding is empty, we need to find the giant pile of gold to fill it back up.
An oven?
Alright, now that he is gone, you have some more time to look around the room, and near the back of the chamber, you can see a doorway. The doorway has been worn through where the hand would hold on to it, to the point where basically there's a full handprint going through the door.
Interesting.
Where someone has opened and closed it every day for over 2,000 years.
As we're looking around, do we have shadows again? Yet?
You do notice that you're starting to have a shadow appear behind you, but it's really small. It's like it's growing back.
To all of us, even me.
Yes.
Someone else want to lead the way on the exploration? Mo, Nadep, Winky, you guys have been quiet.
I've been taking it all in.
Hayden, you're muted, buddy.
It's a good story.
You may have been muted and trying to say stuff the whole time. Now that I've
Yeah, I was sitting here going, "What are you talking about?" I've been like quipping in here and there. I don't know.
oh gosh, we don't have
No, you haven't.
Womp, womp, womp. Fell victim to the Zoom. Didn't unmute yourself.
Yeah, so we're gonna need you to give that presentation again because we didn't hear any of it.
Yeah. All right, let's take it from the top. Let's go to the intro.
Or you could just go the entire session and be like, "Oh, hey, my mic's muted."
We never actually did like an investigation of the room, correct?
Y'all
No.
were mostly concerned with the machine and the man.
I want to be looking around for other stuff. So can I do a perception check, looking
Yes.
for piles of gold?
I'm going with him, but I'm going the opposite side of the room.
to say
Is this
is what
taking
they were.
place during the same time we were talking with the man, the steward?
That would make sense
Oof.
since they were muted. Since he was
Or
muted.
you see your message
Who?
in Forge.
Looks like a car rolled a 1 on that perception check.
Hey guys, do you see that over there in the corner, over there near the machine?
Do we?
You do not find any gold in this room.
Okay. Can I take a look at what he's talking about?
Make another perception check. You see someone ducking around the corner behind the machine,
All right.
but it's all in the shadows, so it's really hard to see.
So,
You
Akar,
saw that too, right?
Yeah, stick your chicken on him.
Go chicken, go! And I go the other side of the machine and try to cut him off.
Okay. Your raptor runs over there and comes around the other side of the machine to join you, and there's no one there.
I could have swore I saw something over here. Deb, are you playing with me?
Is there anything funny going on with the shadows?
You notice up at the top of the room, a window creaks shut as a shadow goes through it real quick.
Something escaped.
It climbed about a 20-foot sheer wall.
I don't like the sound of that.
Wait, didn't that other guy have the ability to use shadows, or was that just his demon form?
It's a good question. I don't remember.
Eve, you hear the sounds of footsteps that sound really strange, running away. They sound very hollow.
Like in what direction?
Back the door y'all came from, towards the center, the room you came in from.
Okay. I will let that be known. So we have to find a shadow thing now.
I have a feeling we have to find many shadow things.
Dancing lights, go! Oh wait, I can't do that.
Let's hope
I
for
can't.
one of them.
What's that, Eve?
I said let's hope for one.
Well, here's my worry at this time. All of our shadows were burnt into a wall, double for me, and now y'all are seeing shadows run and jump through windows, and now we've only seen one, right?
Yes.
Maybe that one is the one I was fighting, but there could be others. There could be each of our shadows on running amok. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just a.
So
Honestly, I don't want a Quella shadow beast that has gone out on its own with no host. I don't like
You
the idea of
notice
that either.
Mo has a full shadow behind him.
Is he the only one?
Yep.
Oh gosh, this is.
Kill it.
Can you
Why are you looking at me like that?
can you pull out that light of yours and shine it on your shadow?
I pull out my ever-burning torch. This one?
Yeah, I'm getting a little worried about literally jumping at shadows at the moment.
He
Oh.
goes to pull out the torch, and as he does, his foot is pulled out from under him, and he drops to the ground, and his shadow runs off.
Ow!
Are the
My
well,
face!
Can I make an attempt to hit it with my axe, or am I way too far away?
You'd have to throw it.
Did
Oh,
the
Oh,
shadow
I'll go for it.
did the shadow that was attached to him look like him?
It looked exactly like him.
Okay.
You actually now notice the shadow had features.
That's creepy.
What would you like me to roll for a thrown weapon?
Same as your regular attack. Just roll it.
Okay.
I feel like this is one of those Peter Pan scenarios where we have to sew our shadows back on.
I don't know if I want it.
Okay. You throw your axe, and it lands right between Mo's actual feet.
Whoa! That was close. I mean, if my shadow was there, I mean, that would have been a great shot, but it's not.
And Mo's shadow is just slid under a door and run off.
I want to look around and see if anybody else's shadow looks more intense than others. If there's any
You
other
don't
one.
see anyone else's shadows, other than you do notice 2 or 3 other shadows lurking in the corners. As soon as you look, they dart away.
I don't like this.
The last one you saw looked like Winky.
We've definitely got our shadows on us, guys. That last one looked exactly like Winky.
It disappeared behind a pile of rubble that's no opening for y'all to fit through. Then suddenly you hear the sound of a large hammer smacking into a door.
Yep, that's definitely Winky's shadow.
And the door explodes on the other pile of debris, and now you can see light coming in from the outside of the fortress.
I mean, are they?
Maybe,
Go ahead, Eve.
maybe they're good,
That's
and
exactly
maybe we
what
can have a day off.
like. Are they being malicious, or are they just
But
afraid
if
of us?
they were good, well, yeah, that's true. Because what if like they're us to them? That didn't make any sense. But like
Like a shadow realm, like a
Like
mirror.
they're seeing us as shadows and scared of us.
Yeah,
in a way, yeah.
yeah, like looking into the mirror or something.
Or they're just evil.
Well, you would know. You're the one that's got the deity.
Can you tell
Well,
if they're
actually,
evil?
Mo, you have the occultism, so you could make a roll.
Oh yeah, yeah, let's do that.
I will allow Eve to make a religion check if she wants, but it'll be a little bit harder.
Could I use oddity and identification on this for identifying magic with specific traits?
No.
No. Okay.
I've only rolled 17.
Oh wow. You know, my year has not been good. Not at all.
Yeah, if you guys could call out your rolls.
I got 15, and Eve got a 23 on religion.
Thank you.
All right. Eve, with your religion check, you can't recall any details, but you do remember a story that the Shadow Realm is considered a twisted version of our realm.
Cool.
That's why almost every creature that is a creature of shadow is evil.
Yeah, I don't think they're good. So they're just gonna be like evil versions of us.
Are they gonna be us, or do they just look like us? Would they have powers similar to ours if we have?
Well, that
Like-
thing did use Winky's hammer, so it
I mean,
had
but
strength.
that's a simple thing.
Well, I'm just gonna let you know.
Do they have magic as
Well,
well?
mine would be complicated.
Well,
Would it?
mine's probably
Is
going to end
is
up
it your
shooting one of
deity
his
actually
buddies.
neutral? Therefore, it could use.
But wouldn't Winky decide not to give that thing powers because she can take my powers away?
I think we're going too meta here.
Or what if yours is the complete opposite deity?
Well, remember, in the shadow realm, there's a twisted version of your deity.
Oh shoot. So yeah.
That would clear it up.
Well, I'm just gonna
So
go ahead and point.
not too meta. Not too meta.
Basically, just go with the Star Trek rule of alternate universes.
I'm just gonna let you guys
They
know
all have deities, and they're all evil.
there's a high likely possibility that my shadow will shoot one of his friends at least once if we get into a
Oh.
battle.
So take
I
it out
actually-
last.
Is it a high possibility, or is it more of a possibility that it will only hit its enemies?
Is this like opposite?
I don't know. It's twisted. It's. I'm just saying. There is a possibility there, if it's my shadow.
It's just a smaller possibility than you.
So would their meetup have like manners?
Meetup's the most polite one in the group. Actually, it would be Payton.
Yes, yes. And mine would be Rarka.
Mine would still be Eve. So
That's the one where it's like it's got all the things, and then the last one says, "I don't like this game."
Cores would
At
be
this point, you can no longer see any of the shadows roaming around. They've all left.
Cores would
I
be
don't think
Rock.
Could have done anything. I mean, if anything, a car. If you can have your ever burning torch ready to shine at one, I don't. I mean, if that's all it takes, no big deal. But we just got to keep our eyes open.
Okie doke.
Would it be helpful to have dancing lights around us at all times so that they are?
It would. I would think it would help diffuse the shadows. Maybe, possibly.
So
Well, yeah, maybe.
Remember, dancing lights move around, so that means shadows will be moving around you.
yeah, you're almost giving them
Yeah.
more places to hide in a way.
That's true.
Uh,
Do
Core.
Whatever it is, they're gone currently.
Core, make sure you have your lantern on as well, and we'll just try to stay in a group so the light phases out well in a well distance around us.
I think I saw Winky heading towards that door earlier. Winky, what are you doing over there?
Open it.
Winky, what are you doing by that door over there?
Did you find something?
Fortnite.
Is he still not able? Is he not able to hear me? Okay.
I can feel you.
We need a buzz. We need a buzzer. That way we can just push the button, and he's like, "Oh, me?"
Shock collar.
You can actually shock him. Just he's just like,
Oh,
I hit the door with my hammer.
We just need a remote controlled like air horn, like installed in the room.
I don't
Right.
know.
Winky, did you start heading towards that door? What were you gonna?
I didn't
Were you gonna
see it.
investigate the door? You should.
I didn't investigate the door at all.
You didn't? What are you doing?
I don't know what's happening.
then
Because he's
pay
been doing something
attention.
else.
Oh my god, that's not there.
So we've been investigating this room. We talked to a guy. We looked around. Our shadows ran away, and it looked scary. And you were checking out a door. So are you gonna do anything with the door?
And your shadow smashed through a door.
Yeah, we heard it.
Wasn't the shadow supposed to be opposite of me? So wouldn't it build the door?
Not opposite, twisted.
It's just twisted. It means that it'll have traits that are similar, but also traits that are different. One of them in particular being that if you are aligned a certain way. Actually, I think it doesn't matter. It's aligned evil regardless. I was just saying.
I guess I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. In it, you find what probably used to be a throne room at some point, but has been converted into a apartment, basically. Apparently, the guy was living in the throne room. He has he has a makeshift table set up near the throne, so he can sit on the throne while eating his food and doing everything else. And you can tell by the wear pattern on the throne, like the armrest to the left has been worn down about an inch in one spot, about the size of a calf muscle. So it looks like he's been lounging in the throne incorrectly.
I'm gonna search the room.
Okay. The first thing you notice, there are probably about 10 to 15 stands, each stand set up with a full different set of gear on it.
Gear? What type of gear?
Clothing, gear, bags,
Oh.
equipment, a full, like, basically they look like adventurers.
Can I tell what the gear is? Like what type of gear it is?
All different kinds. Every one of them's different. You can see at least 2 different clerics in the group, and probably a couple warriors, and some fighters and wizards, and a little bit of everything.
Can I search the gear to see? Or see if there's anything.
You can tell almost all of it has been repaired, and that there's lots and lots of signs that they've been damaged repeatedly.
I'm wondering if those adventurers still stay here or if they're dead. They're probably dead. So I don't know if we should take this stuff or not.
Do they look dusty? Like
No.
they haven't been used in a while?
They've been well cleaned and well maintained. And you can see the wear pattern on each of them. Someone has been wearing them recently for every one of them. But some of them, you can tell the clothing is of a style that's totally alien to y'all. It's very old.
So maybe these people just died because we turned off the machine.
No. You can tell from the signs of it, these people lived, some of them, up to 2,000 years ago. And
Can I do some kind of Arcana check to see if there's a preservation magic on them?
You do not see any magic that is on them, but you can tell that magic has been repeatedly cast on them, so that they are starting to have some kind of a magical aura of their own, just from magic being used on them so much.
2,000 years
Do you
will be
think it might be Mend?
Most likely, and other magics as well. You can't really tell.
Okay.
But you also notice some training dummies set up in another corner of the room, and books set up on a table.
Core has left everyone to go straight to the books.
Does this guy have like an adventurer crew of his own that's been coming in and out of here?
Well, he said he's had a lot of adventurers come to his kingdom over the years, and he's kept them as long as he could. And then he got bored with them and killed them.
This was a group. Okay, so this was a group that he had that he was keeping
Each
alive.
one is a different time span based on the looks of them. Multiple parties came in, and he kept the ones he liked.
So.
He was a collector.
And he kept their stuff.
But all of them have been worn since that, with the signs of mending being done on them. So it looks like he also would put on their stuff and wear it himself.
Why? Is he like...
Or, as you're looking at one of the books, you find a diary talking about, I killed this adventurer, and now I'm going to practice being him.
Oh.
Do you think he was in the imposter?
Does it look like he has like Death Knight armor?
There is a couple stands that look like they've started to crumble badly.
Okay.
In fact, 3 armor stands look like they're half destroyed.
Can I investigate these armor pieces, see if anything is salvageable or worth it?
The first one you investigate looks like Hell Knight armor, but it looks like it has been dissolved partially.
Okay.
And basically, upon looking at the 3, you recognize the 3 forms he took in your fight.
So he was using their forms to fight us.
So,
not only that, he actually practiced their skills until he was them.
So
I'd assume if you had that much time, yeah.
2,000 years to level up.
Yeah.
Wow. And The
Is there
short.
a giant mall around here that Winky could use that guy was using?
All the gear that he used in that fight has started to disintegrate.
Oh, that's right.
What?
It disappeared with him. He conjured that himself.
So
But there's more gear here. I
Sorry,
mean,
guys. I'll be right back.
of use in any of this? Anything that can tell us, like Adventurers Guild or something we could bring back to them?
You do see 3 outfits that look like Adventurers Guild men.
are there any like
I do want
weapons?
to go ahead and note. I want to make sure to collect all the books that I can.
Okay. You notice he basically has one journal for each armor stand.
Okay. Mm. I'll
Is
just
there
put those in the bag of holding or in the book bag for now.
Okay.
is there cleric related stuff anywhere that's not crumbly?
There are 2 of them that are obviously they were clerics.
You
They'll have their home
you
symbols
want
and everything.
those journals?
Huh?
He asked if you wanted those.
Do you
journals.
want the journals for the clerics?
Yeah, I think they would be a good read.
Okay.
Can I tell who they were for?
Yes, you can tell both religions they were. None of them were your religion. One of them was the main battle deity, and one of them was the main healing deity.
I
Is
guess
there
while
anything?
they're
I'd
doing
like to
that.
get. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Will. Go ahead, Cor.
Just while while they're looking while they're looking around at other stuff, I'm just gonna go sit. I guess I'll sit on the throne if that's the only chair, and just I'll peruse through all the journals. Um, that way they can do all the rest of the searching.
When you sit down, do you sit with your calf in the calf spot, or do you
Yes,
sit normal? Okay.
exactly how. Yep,
Is
yep,
your
with the
head
calf.
directly up against the back of the chair so a needle can pop out?
Is
Hmm.
as you described. I was engrossed with the journals, so
Okay. So he's busy.
All right, nothing happened. That's good. I guess I'll look around the room as well, see if there's anything of interest that I find.
These Adventure Guild outfits that are here. Would it be beneficial to bring those? Like, would I have thought that the Adventurers Guild would appreciate this stuff, or is there anything in the clothing
There
that
is
may?
a pouch on each of them that looks like personal items that belong to each adventurer.
Okay, those I'd like to take and be able to bring back to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh. Okay.
In each pouch, you also find signet rings signifying who they were.
All right, I will keep them all together as in their own things. So
Need it? While you're searching around, you notice in one corner of the room there's a pit on the ground, and there's remnants of gold and silver in it.
I'd like to take a closer look at said pit. I don't think I want to draw attention to it yet, but I would like to take a closer look.
It looks like large amounts of gold and silver were melted in that pit. And there's basically slag on the walls from it.
Sorry, just got a sloppy 2-year-old kiss.
long piss.
Okay. No idea what he said. Is any of the gold salvageable, or is it all?
It's the impurities and slag.
Oh, okay. So they were obviously melting stuff down over here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll draw attention to it and see if anybody
We
else
have
has
nose
it.
replacement now.
Ah, yes. Cat, what shall we do? Can you hear me? Meow.
It'd be even funny if the cat was like, meow.
Meow. This is when the stream gets disconnected because the cat jumps on the keyboard. All right, so I'll raise attention to the fact that there's been some melting down and stuff like that going on. Hey, Winky, you're good with crafting and forging. What do you think of this?
You need to make a crafting check, Winky.
Gotcha.
Okay. You can tell that the stone has been shaped into forms for casting out of gold, silver, iron, and steel, and that several different things were cast in this pit.
I share that.
Would it be possible for me to extract this piece so that we could take a better look at what was made? Or
No, it's basically was formed into the raw earth underneath the castle.
okay.
You could look at them and try to ascertain what was made, but you don't have the skill for that.
Do we have... We couldn't really... There's nothing we could really make a cast with.
No.
I'd like to take a closer look and see if I can tell what was made.
Maybe
You
the
don't have
machine.
skill for that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the machine
Or
was
maybe the...
made.
With engineering can take a look, and someone with arcana could take a look.
No crafting.
I can do both. Excuse me.
Be right back.
Okay, and you want to roll your engineering too, since it's a double skill. Okay, between your expert opinion, you can identify that there were a few things that may have been magical in nature cast in there, but most likely a lot of the things were machine pieces that look like were added to the machine out there. He was
We'll tell you
trying to modify the machine.
I tell them that. Just doing upkeep, and he may have been trying to change it so that it would work the way he wanted it to. Who knows?
Yeah, because basically he wanted the machine only to work for him. And then he would truly be immortal. But with its power spread out to everyone in the area, it worked weird.
When he was fighting us, at some point he said, "Now I'm the only one that will heal." Did he fix it then, or?
He had a spell that could temporarily do it. But every time he did it, it would damage the machine a little bit.
That makes sense. That's...
It was part of his research into figuring out why it wasn't working the way it was supposed to. Because he was not actually a very good artificer. He was only an assistant. An assistant with a nefarious plan.
I don't know if any of this is, I mean, besides understanding what he was doing, doesn't seem to be of any use to us.
No, not really. And anyone who wants to continue making another perception check, except for Core, he's busy.
I do want to perk up when I heard you guys talking about him being an artificer and what his roles were, and it kind of triggered the back of my head that he worked at Bastool, and if any of his blood that may have been spilled during the battle, that might work for the vault in Bastool.
We burnt a lot of him. Is there any pieces of him left?
Blood won't work, remember, you have to have a living relative.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
gotta go in the books and then find everyone who worked there and then find their relatives.
I got a nat 20.
Alright, Akar, you notice that there is a lever hidden on the backside of the throne.
Hey, there's a lever over here. I'm going to pull it. Any objections?
Nope.
Can I move from the
Maybe
Rancor
Cord,
pit top?
Don't pull it.
maybe Cordy
Or just
might
says,
need
huh?
out of it.
Now, hold on. What did you say, Hatala?
I said I want to move from over the Rancor pit top.
You pull it, the car?
If there's no objections.
Winky was the only objection.
What's up, Winky?
Yeah. What's your reasoning, Winky?
Every time someone does something stupid like that, one of us gets cracks in our head.
Like me. So.
You talking about this turns people into crackheads?
And with him saying that, I just kind of turn my head sideways and look at him like, huh? And then I pull it.
Okay. You pull the lever, and the floor comes out from underneath you, and you fall down.
Ah!
Well, like I said, nice knowing him.
Don't forget to
Turn
turn
left.
left.
I am not paying attention. I'm trying. I think I may have missed a turn back in the way.
Well, I fell in a hole. Apparently,
Oh,
I'm hoping that it's an escape route.
Okay. You finally roll to a stop, and you're in an old room that is very musty.
It stinks in here. Is there any light or anything like that? Well, I do have my torch with me. It was out.
No, you do not see any lights in here.
Okay, because I do have my torch out because I had it out from when the shadows were attacking.
You drop it, spun across the room.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start heading towards the torch to pick it up.
Okay. You pick up the torch, and you are in what looks like some kind of storage room. You notice that there's a set of stairs, but you happen to be standing where the door to them went, so you tumbled down them instead of landing on them.
Nice.
There's stairs where he was.
Yes. He just rolled down a flight of stairs.
All right.
I'm already covered in bruises. You know, I was flattened earlier in our exhibition.
So, as he turns to look at Winky, pull the lever, and then disappears, obviously I'd be like, "What's going on?" And I walk up and I see, oh, there's stairs here. I'm gonna head down there and check out what's going on.
Yeah. You are in a storage room, and there are barrels and crates and other things, and it looks like most of them are empty. It looks like this used to be a private storage room for the king, and a lot of them look like they had been filled with food containers. But all those containers have been emptied through over the centuries.
Are there any other doors in this storage area, or is it just more like a cellar type thing?
Make a perception check. All right, Hatala, you notice that there is a hidden doorway in the back.
It's them rogue eyes. I'm only a mere ranger.
Only a mere ranger. Check it for traps.
And that'll do.
You are
Yeah,
at
but
That was a nat 20, by the way, Core.
that it.
is trapped. You are absolutely certain. I mean, it's a pretty big trap.
Oh boy. All right. Can I see how the door is to be activated? I don't want to touch it. I don't want to move anything. I just want to.
All you can
Visually look.
tell is based on your engineering skill, this is a hidden door that recesses in and then slides to the side, and there is a mechanism somewhere on the right side that unlatches it, but there's a mechanism on the left side which disarms the trap.
So 2 people may need to do this.
Someone would have to be holding the disarm while someone else opened it.
All right.
What you got
Star,
there, Hatala?
if you could hold the disarm switch while I open this, we should be safe in opening it.
Okay, is
The
the
problem is no one knows. You don't know how the disarm switch works. You're gonna have to roll your thieving skills to disarm it.
Okay.
You gotta be ready with
so
your hand
yeah?
covered.
I think the two of us down here would probably be the best two to try to. So if I were to go for the disarm button, should I go for the disarm button or should you?
I'll go for the disarm button.
Okay, so okay,
Here I go.
Okay. You do manage to get the disarm to click.
okay.
Open it. Open it.
So I need to
feel like
push.
this
I need to
should be
push the
safe.
other button.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes the other button with his thievery skill.
He barely manages to get the button to press. And the door slides open, and you can hear the trap mechanism locking itself disarmed.
All right.
Sweet tag team. I go up for a high five.
And I slap him in the elbow.
Sweet, perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I'm learning new skills all day.
This looks like it is the vault room.
And he said there wasn't a vault room. Or maybe he
The
didn't
key to the
know.
vault room. How would he not know? How do you even know?
I mean, he barely got to advise. From what
True.
we could tell in that vision of what was going on.
This is true. This is true.
Well, he was there for the early construction of the machine, not for the finishing.
So do you want to check this room out and not tell Nadep just yet?
I mean, we're in here. He's not.
Okay, let's go for it. I walk ahead with the torch.
What you guys doing down there?
Like he has some kind of sixth sense.
Just don't answer like we fell down like a really far distance. Just
Don't come. It's not safe.
Hey, it sounds like they're in a tunnel.
don't.
Hey, Winky, you wanna go down in the tunnel?
I said don't say anything. Just act like we can't hear.
Through the dungeon.
He was gonna come eventually.
Well, yeah, but that would have gave us time to get all the good stuff.
Yeah, we would have shared it anyway.
True. But still, this thing is finding it before Nadette would have been awesome.
All right, I'm gonna take a look around the room.
Hey! We both got 25, Core.
Hey!
Oh, sorry, we haven't been telling you that.
I have no idea what's going on.
By the way, previous rolls were 19, 17, 35, 38, 32, 16, 25, and 25. You are caught up.
All right.
You notice that there are a large amount of coins in the room. All of them look strange. All of them have been minted to the king's likeness.
Should we check and see if they're cursed first? I mean, I think that's probably like a...
That's like all I can think of is like these. This dude made these to like. This is Pirates of the Caribbean kind of stuff right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The Aztec coin.
I'm gonna take a look at them with Arcana. See
Okay.
if I can.
Alright, they do not look like they are cursed, but they do look like they are very hastily and cruddily made.
Well, they're still gold. Or still coins of some metal of some sort. I don't have a bag of holding, do you?
Yes, I do.
Sweet.
I do. Mine's empty.
I guess I'll just kind of take them up. I mean, at the very least, we can pass them off to somebody for materials or something like that. Who knows? I mean, they are. Can we tell what they're made of? Like,
There is about a total of 4,000 gold in there.
Nice. I wonder how Eric's doing, by the way. Now that I think about it, that's where all our money went.
I'm sure they're doing wonderful.
So is that the only thing we see in this room is the coins?
It is not.
Ooh. What else
Alright, I'm
might there
making
be?
a test. We had this problem previously where y'all saw everything. Well, in theory, I clicked the button.
Well,
All right, I
I was
look up
worried
at
for
a
a
car
second. It went so
and
quiet.
I say, you know what's weird? I've been able to pick up all of these coins and get them all into this bag, and Needham still hasn't showed up.
All right,
What
what are we
else?
supposed to see and what we're what's not supposed to see?
Wondrous
you think-
figurine, golden lions.
No, you're not supposed to see anything.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, the Tempest Sun Mage rolled that.
What was that, P?
Trying to be more respectful. You know, y'all said don't come down there.
We didn't say that. Oh, we did. It's like, okay, all right. He didn't come down. All right. I think it's safe now. We've cleared up the path.
You found a safe. All right, we're coming.
You got to look out for the X's on the floor, though. That's the safe area.
Only the penitent man may pass.
Did y'all see anything?
Mm-mm.
No, it's just question marks.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Big question
Oh,
mark.
yay, I finally figured it out.
Yay.
All right, I would like to go that way, I guess.
Watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
Especially if you're standing on the door.
How was I supposed to know it was a door? It was a floor at one point.
I mean, usually when there's a lever in a throne room, it's usually not a good lever.
Well, I would assume if you're standing in front of the letter, it wouldn't throw you in the hole.
Yeah, the guy who's throwing the lever. He's like, I'm gonna get you, buddy. Ah!
Oh, that reminds me. That makes me think of like Austin Powers. Like if he hit the button and his seat's the one that shot him, shot him back in the hole. Wrong button.
So, who wants... I'm going to let each of you, since you're both down there, each of you roll a 1d4. Okay.
That was actually perfect. Split the die. I have the first two. You have the last two.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
I got a 1 on the D4 and he got a 3.
Okay.
and Charles did some rolls that brought up a whole bunch of question marks. So, and he did
Okay.
4 of them. No, wait,
4, yes.
4 of them.
What did I roll the 25 for earlier?
What did you roll? I don't know.
I don't know.
He,
I
took
thought,
It got cleared.
They're
he cleared the
Okay.
whole chat thing.
Yeah, sorry, I cleared everything when I was having some troubles. I figured it out
Okay.
on my...
yeah, I was trying to remember if I was down there or not. I was trying to
You're-
follow along.
No, you're still up on the stand. You're still reading the books.
Sweet.
You probably heard a car fall down behind you, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's. I know my wisdom is not a very good score. So I think that's appropriate that Core would be very locked into the book, which is why he would have just sat down without caring. He's very focused in on his stuff.
So,
I prefer it not. You can throw it in trash.
Well,
No, he's talking to somebody else off screen.
books? I was like, what?
I'm sorry. Kinsley was asking me a question.
stop talking to everyone. Derek, you find a staff tapered at the base, carved into a gem-studded twist at the top.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And it feels fairly powerful.
Obviously, I'm gonna look at that with some Arcana.
All right.
Saw that 20 for a second. I rolled
You can recognize it as a
23.
staff of evocation, but you don't know how good of a staff of evocation it is. And Mo, Akar, you find a rolled up tent.
Sweet.
It is perpetually smudged with dirt in various places.
Put that on my back with pride.
All right.
Car, what did you put on your back?
I found a tent, man. Look at it. It's cool.
Why would there just be a tent down here that's beat up?
Other than being dirty, it's in perfect condition for being 2,000 years old.
That's
It's the-
gotta be magical in some way.
I'm gonna call it the tent of everlasting.
You're just gonna call it that?
Yeah, because if I ever try to resell it, I can tell them that it's
Looks
two.
like a standard 4-person tent.
But if I ever try to resell it and say, "Hey, I got a tent for sale," it's called the tent of everlasting. It's over 2,000 years old.
I mean, we could know what it is. We could know what it does.
All right, all right. You want me
I
to
mean,
look?
you can look at it. Aren't you good at that occult stuff?
Yeah, let's.
maybe
I'm
you
gonna
can
look,
figure it
I'll look at it. And, I mean, I like it, so I'll take a look at it.
You rolled a 26.
You've heard of these. In fact, as a ranger, you've heard of them a lot. It's one of the most coveted items a ranger could have. It is called the Explorer's Yurt. It looks like an ordinary tent, but when you unfurl it, it expands into a spacious yurt complete with a fire pit, 10 bedrolls, various cooking utensils, and basic food and water.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can do that once a day.
Yeah, you like my tent now, don't you?
I liked it before. I figured it had something better than everlasting.
I mean, but think about it. 2,000 years old. It's got to be everlasting. I mean, that's a tough
I
tent.
knew it had to be better than everlasting. That's
I see where you're playing at here. You don't want to be wrong. I got you.
well, I'm just not.
I'm making some more rolls again. It takes forever when you click it.
Well, I would assume there's a lot that it has to go through, honestly.
And y'all don't see anything other than question marks?
Correct.
Yay.
What was the tent called again?
Explorer's Yurt.
Explorer's Yurt.
Thank you. All I can think of is that planet we discovered with Peyton. Yurt.
Yurt.
Yeah, baby. No, I already answered that question earlier.
It would be nice in No Man's Sky if you could name planets.
You can.
Oh, I haven't been able to do that yet.
If you discover it, you can name it.
I have discovered planets and it pops up with a name on it.
You have to name them and then upload it.
You can rename them.
I didn't know that.
That's how Planet Yurt got its name. We found a system and in the system was one planet called Lean 2, Lean, the number 2, like Roman numerals. So then every other thing got a space camp name because we named the system Space Camp.
Nice.
One of them was Yurt, one of them was the Mess.
That's funny.
And it was
I
wild.
didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
discovered the system, so we do it all.
sorry guys for the sidebar. And if you didn't know that, there you go. There's something from No Man's Sky. A little hint there you didn't know about. We're full of all kinds of knowledge here.
There's some really dumb things being rolled up.
It's because I'm down here.
I'm gonna roll a few extra and then let you each roll a d8 when I'm done.
Taking need a really long time to get down here. Did he get lost?
I think he might be watching out for that first step. I didn't tell him where it was.
I think he might be muted too somehow, because pretty sure I see his mouth moving, but no.
Yeah, I said I was heading down that way.
I was you weren't muted. Like I didn't see a mute thing on your screen, but then I was like, I could see him talking, and that
Just like
explains it.
toggle.
Good thing is
You get the little red light.
yeah, so I can see it, or y'all would be able to see it too.
It's funny because there's so many different ways to mute yourself when you're using so many different softwares.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I stick with the one up here, is because it has a little blinking light, so I can look up and be like, oh crap.
Okay. Hatala, roll a d8.
Alright.
Okay, hold on while I pull this out for you. Huh. That's kind of funny. You find a sturdy leather satchel that has 3 compartments fastened with large clasps. The first compartment is lined in blue satin and contains an extra-dimensional space equivalent to a bag of holding.
Ooh.
The second compartment has no lining, and you can pull forth cookware and cooking utensils from it.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Ah.
I'm gonna transfer all the stuff in my bag of holding into this one, and then I'm gonna toss
Like-
sorry.
The third compartment is lined with a plush purple velvet and contains berry tarts wrapped in parchment paper.
Wow. Parchment paper.
This is perfect for me.
It produces 4 of these tarts a day.
Wow.
They appear each morning at breakfast time, and they only have 4. So if you eat 2, the next day there'll just be 4 again. And each one is worth 2d8 plus 4 hit points.
No way. Is this a halfling one?
Knapsack of halfling kind.
Okay.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. Hey,
All right,
what are you doing there? What are you doing? What are you swapping over there?
I'd toss him the bag. Just this is yours now, buddy.
What, the bag of holding?
Yeah, it's empty, but that's yours now.
Cool. I don't have one. Awesome.
I thought you would enjoy it. I'm already eating a tart.
All right, roll your roll.
Cannibal.
All right. You find an amulet that is hollow and shaped in the form of an unblinking eye.
Ooh. What is this thing?
Inside of it, it has a cavity that looks like there's some kind of occult text within.
Can I try to read that text?
No. But you can make an occultism roll.
I got an 18, by the way, Core. That goes to a
Alright.
29.
You identify this as a pendant of the occult, greater.
Sweet. Yes, please.
So that will improve your occult rolls, right?
It automatically gives you +2 to occult checks, and
Nice.
once per day it can cast the guidance cantrip. And once per day, no, actually you can cast, once per day you can cast guidance, and once per day you can cast dream message.
Ooh. What does guidance actually do?
Basically, it gives you a hint on a single question.
Cool. I like that. Always need some
Technically, it's
hints.
a cantrip, so you can cast that more than once per day. It becomes an occult, a cantrip innate spell for you.
Sweet. Yes, please. I would imagine that in the depths here, it's going, oh, ooh, sweet. And he's like running down the stairs at this point.
Exactly.
Alright, hold on 1 second. I gotta look at the next list.
Hey, everybody, y'all should come down here.
Core.
Yes.
Like startle him out of his vision.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck.
by the way, there's this like secret door that opened up. A car fell down. They
Is that why
called
he
us.
yelled?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can head down.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Okay.
He's still reading.
Yeah. You can just hold my hand or something and keep reading.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll do that. Got
Come
40
down
minutes.
holding hands.
Oh.
Oh, watch out for the first step.
Okay. Two more rolls. And one more. Okay. Nita, roll a d4.
Alrighty. Ooh.
1.
Find nothing.
You find a potion.
Cool. Can I tell anything about the potion?
You'd have to have someone check it out.
Okay, that's hollow. What is this? Do you know?
That's a potion.
Thanks.
Looks like a potion, dude.
You want me
Just
to look
drink
at it close? I wouldn't think so. Where's your horse, by the way?
I whistle for my horse. Does it show up?
No, but it is amazing. Alright, you can identify it as a eagle eye elixir greater.
This is probably gonna be
+3 bonus to perception checks, or +4 to finding secret doors.
Too bad this doesn't do anything. I'll put it in my pocket.
Oh well, that's what I mean. I told you what it does.
And Eve, you get to roll a d4.
Shame you didn't drink the potion. Now you may have found some more loot.
Yeah, exactly.
You find another potion.
Cool. Patala.
I'm
Say
getting
hi now.
overworked here. I'm not having to define everybody's stuff and note it down. Let's see. Found a potion. Let's see. Let's check this potion out. By the way, I rolled a 36 earlier, Will.
I hand her my flask.
Really good. Jeez.
And ooh, that's a 1.
Oh,
All right.
I hand her my flask. You might need
also
this.
roll a d5.
Me?
No, let me roll it actually, since it's an oddball.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't see one. We can't see that, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, I have it private.
I hand her my flask. It looks like you're sweating a little bit there, Hatala. You all right?
Hatala, you're certain it is a potion of fire resistance.
For the extra,
Okay,
like, fireball.
that's a potion of fire resistance.
That's cool. Sure we can use that.
And then I'll roll for. Did Winky ever come down? Because he's not.
No,
been
we kind of left him.
Okay.
I mean, if
Well,
Winky
unless
can
he
tell that we're
says-
down here getting treasure, then maybe he'll end up down here. But until then, I'd say he's up there.
Well, he hasn't
Getting-
said he came down.
he's getting
so-
beaten up by the shadows.
I'm gonna go down. Okay.
Okay. Core. When you wander down there, you find a small gem.
Ooh.
It's a
Maybe
glass
it's a-
gem.
Can I like appraise it or investigate it? I can't tell if I'm in a dead spot or if it's quiet.
Oh, we heard you.
Okay.
Yeah, Charles is doing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta roll a dice.
Yeah, he's mathing.
Okay.
Okay, it's a bright red glassy gem. You want me to roll an
Okay.
Arcana for you?
Yeah, I was just about to ask for that.
Let's see. Arcana.
Oh, we can't see the roll.
You rolled a 14 naturally, which ended up being a 26, and you identified it as an elemental gem.
Ooh.
It is a consumable gem that you basically shattered against something hard, and it casts a 5th level summon fire elemental.
That's cool.
Just hit it on the back of my head. It'll work every time.
Okay.
And it's a one-time thing.
Okay, it'll work that one time.
Does it, if I smash him on the back of the head, does it come into being piggyback riding on you?
I don't know, but that would be amazing.
It's the perfect thing to use after he shoots you in the back.
Exactly. That was the whole thing I'm getting at. Ah!
Let me make some more rolls, and then y'all will roll again. I'll do 6 this time.
Oh, hey, Winky. Glad to see that you joined us. What were you doing up there in the other room while we were all down here gathering loot?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're probably cleaning your hammer, weren't you?
Okay. Need it? Roll a d6.
All right. 2.
All right. You find a bottle of some kind.
Bowl with the WL or a
Bottle. B-O-T-T-L-E.
Oh,
Roll a
Bottle.
d4.
alrighty. 4.
Okay. The bottle is black as coal, and you can feel evil radiating from it.
Should I drink this one, Hatala?
It's an oil, not something you drink.
Oh. Engineer, do you know anything about this?
You can do an
Makes me
Arcana check.
feel uncomfortable. I'll tell you that.
I'll help with the Arcana.
Go ahead and take a look. I'm feeling very uncomfortable near it.
I got a 7.
I'm gonna take a second look over his shoulder.
Akar, you can tell that it is called aligned oil. It is a special type of oil that imbues temporarily the alignment of the bottle onto your weapon, so that your weapon gains, in this case, unholy damage for 10 rounds.
There you go. There you go.
Is it a single use?
Yeah, it lasts for 10 rounds.
10 rounds though. That's...
I mean, that'll be usually one fight.
Yeah, well, the whole fight. Yeah.
Roll a d6.
Who'd you say roll a d6? I just heard roll d6. Eve.
You find a black soot-coated arrow.
Is it magical?
It definitely is magical.
Hey, can I take a look at that?
I guess since you're.
I mean, if you want to keep it, then I won't look at it.
I mean, I could look at it. I am capable of looking at it, but if you want to look at it, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, if you're capable of looking at it, I don't want to step on your toes or anything.
Okay. Well, we can both look at it. How about that?
All right, let's both look at it.
Oh my gosh.
I just saw an arrow and got excited. I'm sorry.
I feel a little awkward. I'm standing here still holding hands with her, staring at Mo.
All right, both of you
What?
rolled high 20s, and both of you identified it as an explosive arrow that has a 10-foot burst of 66 fire damage.
Ooh.
Looks like you could use that. So it's yours.
All right, now for Core's d6 roll. 5. Core found a potion.
Atala.
I'm gonna need help.
It's another potion.
I have no crafting.
I rolled a 30.
It is a potion of cheetah elixir greater. You gain plus 10 speed movement for 1 hour.
Ooh, that's good for you, Cord. That's really good for you. You like to run around people. You like to run around and whack people.
You do. Is a true statement.
And did Winky finally come down?
Yeah, he said he did. Then he
Winky,
muted.
roll a d6.
He was cleaning his hammer the whole time.
Winky rolled a 3 on the d6.
You find a a feather from some exotic bird with a dip of gold on the end, and an arcane rune that looks like a whip.
What you got there, Winky?
Found that there whippet feather. And whip it good.
Does someone want to roll to identify it?
I'll do it.
Core's doing it.
Core's doing it.
Alright, hold on while I pull Core up. Core rolled a 2, so he doesn't have a clue what it is.
I'll take a look at it.
Or just keep reading your books, okay?
Car rolled this better, or 6. He didn't get much better.
Yeah, I'm at 17.
Wow.
Eve doesn't have a clue either.
Oh
Wow.
Oh!
Hatala is fairly certain that the feather will be, if you stick it in your hat, will protect you with magical whips around you.
Oh man, I thought you were going for macaroni.
I'm not quite so sure about that one, Hatala.
It seems like it's logical.
I mean,
It's
it
not
is
a-
logical. However, I don't think that that's exactly what's going to happen. I have a
Well,
feeling
buddy,
it's
I'll
something
figure it out.
different.
At least I came up with a suggestion.
You're right.
Let's take another look at that feather there.
You went up 1 point.
Hey, but honestly, you think about it though. If I'm still looking at it, I'm not really going to see much anything different.
Okay. All you can tell is that it does involve whips in some way. But you're not sure if sticking it in your hat is what you should do.
Corey, you want to take another look at it?
Okay.
Okay, hold on for Core. Hey, Core got a nat 20.
Yay! Good job, Corey.
I
Woo!
heard the sound effect.
It is a feather token whip. You hold it in your hand and shake it, and it becomes a dancing +1 striking whip.
There you go, Winky. Look at that. You got a whip
Then
and a
it
hammer.
hops out of your hand, and for 10 rounds, hunts around you, trying to trip and strike prey around you.
Did you hear that, Winky? You got an awesome whip, dude. You got a whip and a hammer now. Is it one-time use or is it like...
Yeah, one-time use. It
One-time
lasts
use.
for 10 rounds.
Nice. Nice.
What's the
Nice.
do?
It'll attack things around you. Try
Yeah.
to attack them and push
Constantly
them.
trying to trip every creature around you.
So
Yeah.
it just goes like this around my feet.
It's
So
like
it dances around you, trying to trip creatures like it was a separate entity.
it's like your own raptor that likes to trip people. Except it only lasts for a little bit. It's your own familiar.
It's essentially a extra core.
It does seem
Gra-
like what I
I'm
did.
just gonna grab him. I'm just gonna grab him and try to trip him.
You know what the weird thing is, Winky? Most of Winky's skills are to knock people down, and I don't even use it.
I know.
'cause
They're amazing skills.
You should use it more. Do you know how much we could actually attack somebody if they can't stand up?
Okay, y'all find a potion of flying.
Sweet.
It rolled twice in a row, so I guess it's going to be there.
Gotta be. It's the dice. The dice says yes.
You also find a gallows tooth.
What is that exactly?
I don't know about that yet.
Maybe the cult look into that.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
You attack an adjacent creature that haven't rolled their attack. It only works for someone who is a master of intimidation. When you activate it, the creature becomes flat-footed until the end of their turn, of the current turn.
Interesting.
So basically, if you're a master of intimidation, you can force someone to be flat-footed if you're just standing next to them.
It's got to be affixed to a weapon.
You activate the talisman, the creature.
Well, that's not me. I'm currently untrained.
I think I'm the closest. Oh, I think I'm at least trained in intimidation, but I don't think I'm going to bump it up that much.
But you can
It
always
might
sell.
be a stealth. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going for the stealth.
It's worth like 100 gold.
And you find
Well, at the
Oh.
best price. Well, we found it what?
a jade bubble.
A jade bubble.
Bobble.
Bubble.
Oh, until the start of your next turn, enemies within reach of the weapon the talisman is affixed to are all flat-footed.
With a jade bobble?
Yeah, as long as you're a master of that affixed weapon.
Ooh.
These are the ones that are one use, correct?
Yes. Another gallows tooth. And another swan boat feather token.
Now I really can use it when next time I'm swallowed.
That's all the items you find.
Man, that was a heck of a haul there, guys.
Back to Verbena. We got another 20 minutes.
Hey! Almost there. I know it's been a trek.
Yeah, it's been like
All right,
12
so
hours.
let me pull these items out so I can give them to who else having them.
Yeah, you got to remember, I do 17-hour drives at least every 3 months. So, yeah. If you do it enough, you get used to it. But if you're not used to it, it's definitely a haul. You got to break it up every couple hours to have some walking around and stuff like that.
I need 3 stops. That's it.
Yeah, I usually make about 6. I think. Yeah, we make about 6 stops within a 17-hour period. Walk around 10 minutes or so, kind of get your legs from turning to rubbery back to normal feeling. But I feel you.
All right, Akar, you now have the pendant.
Okie doke.
And you also, aren't you carrying the yurt?
I have the yurt. Hatala gave me her bag of holding. And also the coal-covered arrow.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. Just wrote it down. Make it easy.
Alright, so Hatala, you get the knapsack of halfling kind. And you gave him your type 1 bag of holding.
Yes.
I should be able to drag it out of you. I can't. Yep, you've got the bag of holding now. Alright. And then you also got the staff.
Yay! Bag of holding.
You have to have arcane spellcasting to use that staff. So only you and Cora could use it. The staff of revocation.
We don't have. We are unsure of its power level at the moment.
Oh, okay. I will evoke confusion to the worst of staff.
Okay, and now for the explosive ammo, so I can get it off the screen. I've got these all littered on my screen. Alright,
Yay! More ammo.
that's gone. Now, core, you have the cheetah elixir and the gem, right?
Yes. Unless anyone else wanted it. Those are the two that I had.
The aligned door goes to Payton, Needip, and the eagle eye, he had it unless he's giving it to someone else.
I'll give it to Core. I mean, a car.
Eagle Eye? What? No. Okay.
Or I'll hold on to it. It doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, you hold on to it, and then if we're in a pinch and you gotta toss it to me, then we can work something out.
All right.
That was powerful.
Oh, he's loud. He's not even crying. He's just talking. He's just excited. That's not even a cry. He's not even crying. He's just having fun, I guess.
I remember those days.
Well, I mean, he is a mini me for sure. He is loud and he has a temper. I can already see it. It's like, no, gotta fix that now.
Now for core. Well, I can't spell cheetah, so that doesn't help.
Cheeta.
Yeah, I tried to spell it Chet Elixir.
Cheddar.
Cheetah Elixir Greater and Elemental Gem.
And I don't mind trading you the elemental if you'd want that one.
Sure.
What'd you trade?
The fire elemental.
For what?
Just if he wanted to carry it instead of me. I'm good with holding on to it. Whichever way.
I'm pretty sure Needip would take it if you offered it.
He would take it, but at the same time, you might need it in a fight.
Right.
Yeah. Or if I just wanted to talk to fire for a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. Potion of...
All right, guys. I'll be right back.
That is going to Eve. All right. And Winky has the Feather Whip. All right, who wants the swan boat or the potion of flying?
We got a boat.
Eve,
one more?
you fall down a lot.
Yeah. I can take the flying thingy. That's
All right,
that.
who wants the boat?
I think Winky could carry that.
Okay.
Each fighter has their own boat.
Let me get the flying potion. Eve. It lasts for 10 rounds. All right. Does anyone want the gallows teeth or the jade bauble?
I can hold on to the gallows teeth, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna sell them.
Okay.
Did we figure out what the jade bauble did?
The jade bauble can make all the creatures around you flat-footed, basically.
As long
I
as
do
you're a
not-
master of your weapon.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't need that.
That sounds good.
Unlike your mic.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll give it to Robot
Wait,
Will.
Okay.
And then you're going to hold the gallows teeth?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're gonna sell those because I don't see a need for them, unless somebody has a need for them. A car,
No one has intimidation that's high
a
enough.
car, a car, a car. He's not talking. It's weird.
He's not there.
He's just like standing there doing nothing.
What are you talking
Okay, that is all the items and all the gold.
You don't have very good
The
imagination.
ceiling starts to crumble.
Oh, wonderful! You have this. I'll have this. Oh no, the ceiling's falling apart. Well, we getting out of there.
You can start hearing rumbling sounds from inside the fortress too.
Oh, no.
The car, why are you not moving? We're all running away. You're gonna stay here and die. Oh no.
Is there any
No, we
reason?
have to go. It's safe to Yurt.
Is there any reason to stay here?
No,
Or
let's
should
get.
we just go to the tree?
Well, better. Oh, we do have. We just need a door.
You're right.
Outside of potentially carrying the virus back, we're good.
Is there anything that do we need to try and find the princess? Do we need to see what the cultists are doing here? Like,
She's in another
We
castle.
can message them later. I mean, we're just gonna message them regardless of what we do.
we're gonna message the cultists that are here.
Yeah. Hey guys, what are y'all doing?
No, the princess. I thought you were concerned about the princess.
I am concerned about her, but I was also bringing up the cultists
Hey
because there
guys,
are
just
a bunch of
checking in.
cultists here. Like, do we want to? I know we probably can't deal with them because there's too many, but
We can let our shadows deal with them. It's fine.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, and then there are shadows just
That's
running
not-
around willy nilly here.
So was Hatala's shadow now good though? If it was Aquela's shadow?
No, because what we determined was everything from the shadow dimension is evil. It's twisted, not opposite.
It's not Bizarro. It's just twisted. Okay. Shadesmar.
Sort of. Shadesmar had a lot of good stuff in it.
A car, the ceiling is starting to crumble.
Oh, fun!
We decided to
You're the only one there. We all ran away.
Yeah, you were standing there like you had logged out or something. We tried to move you, but
Oh,
Stand-
no, it was because I was trying to sort things in my new bag of holding, and I just
Oh,
bolt.
that makes sense.
I just take off and
Come
bolt.
on, a car, get up here. The ceiling's crumbling.
Bolting, and then I watch the first step of the step just to make sure I don't fall up the stairs this time.
The fortress is starting to crack and break around you. It looks like you've got a while before it fully comes down, but their pieces will be coming down the longer you stay.
Right. I just want to look for any more books as we run.
I go to a shelf that he hasn't got to, and I just grab as many books as I can, and just start running with a bunch of books, in my hand as much as physically possible.
Okay,
This is
as
one
y'all
of them.
are looking for these books, you find a wall that has broken, and on the other side of the wall is a library.
I'm gonna die here, people.
Just start shoving books in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I fill my entire bag of holding as much as I can carry with as many books as I can grab off the shelf, and just
I'm doing the same.
Okay.
Can I make a doorway? Will the key work in that situation?
Well, we do need to, we need to decide as a team. Do we need to be here, or are we abandoning this area completely?
I mean, how else are we getting out of here?
Because
I agree.
the princess is outside the building.
Right.
So
It would be a good idea. I brought it up because I thought it was a good idea to just leave, but I want the team to have a vote.
from Core's point of view, I'm of the mindset.
Why are
of
you
scorched
talking in
earth.
the third person all of a sudden?
Because
Are you becoming egotistical here? What's going on with you?
no, he's been in books for a while, guys. You got to give him a break.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
They're all written in third person.
He's become a protagonist rather than a human being.
anyhow, before Hatala cut me off.
While the ceiling is crumbling.
Yes. So, as long as my thought line is scorched earth, not to leave anything behind that could be of use for the cultists. But if the entire building's coming down, we might be okay. Or we might have to start setting fires just to help it along.
I caveat your mindset. I'm also thinking all of the knowledge that we have here at our hands that is centuries and centuries old that we could use, that you could use, or Debbie could use to learn. So I'm grabbing as much as possible as we're running.
It's a name I hadn't heard. in a while.
Like literally just
Debbie?
bag walking down, just dumping it as I'm running down the shelves, and then when it gets heavy, I'm throwing it on my back and hauling.
Yeah.
I grab one book.
Thanks, Eve.
The one that's calling to you.
Yeah, the one that just.
She's the one that grabs the most important book out of all of us.
Or it's just like a cookbook or something.
Hey,
That is-
cookbooks are valuable.
It
Think
says
about it.
How to serve elves.
Think about 2,000-year-old cookbook. I mean, come on. Imagine what's in that
You got
thing.
Charles.
Most people wouldn't. Alright, so what do y'all do? Are y'all going to just hop in a portal and leave, or are y'all going to go outside?
Alright, this is the boat. Are
Outside.
we leaving?
The quickest
My
way
vote is-
out of here would be to go through the portal you came in from.
My vote is.
I mean, if we have a way out of here and we're still here, I vote that instead of going back to the tree.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think we need to do at least one more, inspect ourselves at least one more time. As long as we're not in imminent danger from the cultists, I'm good with staying.
Yeah, I don't want to go directly to the tree yet. I think that, yeah, just to double check ourselves before we go to the tree.
Alright, Winky, Nita, how do y'all feel?
Same.
That's a majority right there. So.
We have people to protect at the tree. We can't risk it.
Winky.
He said same.
Boom. Okay. So Winky, when you said same, what do you mean by that? He has no idea.
Same as needed. Don't really care.
He's just following the crowd. He's a crowd follower. He's a crowd pleaser.
Same, and then he's like.
Winky's like, you say hit, I say smash, and then we smash, and I just follow you guys.
All right, so we're heading through the portal that is here. That would bring us back to wherever that portal was inside this same place.
You get to the portal and find the little gate that has sealed it shut.
There's a gate in the way.
Remember, you got locked in here when you first came in.
Winky.
Smash.
Check if the door's trapped first, or is it fine?
We've been through this.
We don't have
Okay.
time for this. Even if
Just gotta
it
work.
is.
We need this smashed.
We rolled a 19.
No,
I rolled a
That's-
2.
That's a decent smash.
he didn't miss, but he didn't break it.
That's a decent smash. Can you smash harder?
Wait. What was the shadow winking breaking into?
Too late
Is
now.
that important?
He went behind a pile of rubble and smashed a door.
Is that important though?
You don't know.
I'm like, all of a sudden, wait, what? Should we check that door?
It's
You run
behind the
back.
pile of rubble. You can't get to it.
Well,
But
crap.
we don't.
I guess we need to leave then.
You probably went to the Twilight Realm.
Winky, smash harder. Give it all you got. This is
I'm waiting for Charles to respond to the smash. If I'd book it or
I
not.
did. I already said it didn't work very well.
Okay.
By the way, I've gotten back to Millbrook and I've got like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yay, Millbrook. 28.
Yeah. All right. You finally managed to break the portal gate down, and y'all can get to the portal now.
I'll go through first.
Let's just say, let's go.
It's still active from when we did it before.
Yeah, he locked it.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say I could do the hold the door and then pull the gem.
The gem's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we're fine.
He locked it because he had planned to go get it.
Ah,
So we just gotta get through and get the gem on the other side.
I can't hear any of this because I'm already on the other side. Like, what is taking them so long? What the heck are they? Are they discussing whether they want to come through or not? Like, I thought this was a plan.
We decided to abandon a car.
It's stuff
All
we
right.
would have already known.
Do you all step through?
Yep.
Yes.
We're just figuring out the lay of the land because we don't actually live in this world.
Yes. You make it through, and you are now in the area where the princess and the D's were.
Is the princess anywhere around here?
Yes. The princess is sitting in a corner.
I would assume that she's
look
aging
well.
pretty quickly.
Well, would
I don't know, she might have her own blood though.
Yeah.
You
Maybe.
notice that she is missing an arm and most of a leg.
Okay, she's not doing good.
So I'm gonna go ahead
But
and
she has a bright career as a pirate.
She's
All
still
right.
She's a hook and a
she's
stick
missing limbs and she's badly damaged.
I'm going to go ahead and start battle medicine just to kind of keep her here with
She's
us.
not bleeding in any way.
No,
This
just okay, just missing. Okay,
This
like
is like in response to the magic's being turned off.
Oh,
This
so
is
she's like
finally
miss.
lost.
Yeah, so she's like been missing these limbs for years. Gotcha. Okay.
Princess, are you okay?
I figure you broke the machine,
We did.
killed my father.
Freed him.
Freedom.
and
We freed him.
It seems that he passed on.
You
Finally.
freed him. Oh wait, yes, you told me that he wasn't the one who did it.
Correct. We've defeated the
couldn't
one
believe
who. What was that?
I still did not believe that.
Wow.
Yes, it was some kind of user of magics that made himself look like your father in the end, and he is defeated though now, and he's the one who's been ruling this kingdom in this way. He was trying to he created the device or made the device to try and make himself never die, but it failed and instead made this entire kingdom never die. He's been trying to fix that for the entire time of this occurring.
Hey, real quick, I'm about to sign off. I'm just gonna say Core's gonna go outside and secure the area, make sure there's no enemies.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey,
Yeah.
enjoy your family. I know you
Pleasure.
miss them.
Awesome.
Glad you're back, man.
Yep.
Yeah, glad you're
All right.
back.
Later.
Laters.
Hensley, are you okay?
Ooh. Oh, that jacked everything up.
Ah!
That's what he was saying, if you had another one without him in it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh no, we're all moved around.
Just
Am
slightly.
I somewhere up here, really?
You are...
You're not even on screen.
Yeah, you're not even
Yeah.
on here. Wait, yeah, you are. The top of your screen is there. There he is.
We're gonna fix it on the fly, guys. All right, just continue on. I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
All right.
It's gonna be all kind of messy for a minute.
You notice that most of her golems have fallen apart completely, except for 2 of them are still there.
Alright. Obviously, it seems that everything can die now. It's moving past that beyond point. Your blood from your father may keep you alive indefinitely. We are unsure of how that will work, because you may not know this, but you are a descendant of the Life Titan,
The what?
the Titan of Life.
My dad always told us that we might live to be long-lived.
That's the reason why. It's has to do with these Titans that were kind of, I am not going to say clash.
Clash of the Titans.
It's like, come on. Oh boy.
You hear lots of loud noises coming from the area outside.
What is the status of the cultists?
A group of them had attacked and advanced, but now I hear screaming.
Well, it's possible that they may be dying, because a lot of them were kind of killing each other earlier. So, who knows what's going on with them, but I was just curious if how your attacks fared against them, or...
They destroyed most of my golems. The last 4 were here with me, and now I only have 2.
Were they after you?
I do not know if they followed or if they just came to the center anyway. It was not as big of a force. It seems to be like an expeditionary force.
I'm sure they noticed that the shield has gone down and the power is gone. That may make them interested in... Do you know where they have been centered? Like if they are...
From what I can tell, they were at the southern town entrance.
Is there anything there of power that they may be looking for?
It is hard to say. They've ransacked it fairly well as they grew their number. I couldn't get any golems inside to see more.
Do we need to check that out? I'm talking to the rest of the group.
Maybe.
That's several days' travel to the south.
Is it worth it?
We stayed here for a reason. We could have gone home. We stayed here. Why are we staying here? Because of them. We need to know what they're doing. We need to know if we can stop them from doing whatever they're trying to do.
The last of the screams have stopped from outside.
Oh, it did the same thing again. Dang it. Where I can't see the page.
Do we need to stop here?
It's probably a good idea. there's none of us in this thing right now, too.
Yeah, I have a few of you guys.
Honestly, it's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when Will gets off too.
Yeah, because next time Will be actually back in town.
Yay.
Yeah, 'cause I have a few of you guys in there. But it's not everybody.
Alright. Who wants to do the outro?
Winky does. He's quick to point somebody else out.
Yeah, it's quick on the draw on that one.
3, 2, 1. Alright, guys. We're going to cut it there for this evening. Sorry for the technical difficulties. That was something that I had not planned for, and I do apologize. However, Kylie has some words of wisdom.
Watch the first step. Books. Yep.
All right, guys. We'll cut it there. See y'all in the next session of Shard Hunters. See you later. Everybody wave. There's hands everywhere. Sorry about that, guys. Love y'all. Peace. Oh, I can't even close it.
You guys can't make me do anything because I can completely disappear at will.
All right, I think we're clear. I had to completely close it.
Nice.
Yeah, because it did that thing where I can't see the window. So I can't adjust anything, even on the whole thing.
You're still live.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
It did that.
Wow. Okay.
Alright, guys, session title.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes with Shard Hunters.
Oh, nice.
How did I do this last time? I think I had to pull up.